The Bible doesn't talk about it, but many theologians believe this, that the Nephilim, because they became so evil. Remember when I was talking about drawing the line? At first, the angels drew the line with having relations with human women. Now, how many know when you don't stop what's happening in your life, you may go this far, but if you don't deal with it, your children are going to go this far with it. What you don't deal with, your children are going to deal worse. So you better deal with your issues now. Deal with your mess now. So what happened, many theologians believe this. The angels went this far and had relations with women. Now their children took it to another level. This is what they believe. And in my opinion, I believe it as well. Because we're going to, as I share it with you, you're going to see how many ancient societies talked about it in their own way, but this is what they saw. Many theologians believe that the Nephilim started this thing called bestiality. You know what bestiality is? When you have relations with animals. Now, what happened? The animals gave birth to hybrid animals that became giant monsters on the earth during the time. Now, if you know your mythology, Greek mythology, a lot of it is based on what? These half human, half animal creatures. Where do you think they got that from? You think they just made that up in their head? It came from way back when the humans saw these creatures roaming the earth, half animal, half human. That's why you have like the one that's like the half human and the half the horse. And you have all these other hybrid animals. And it all came through mythology. Now, you look at Roman mythology, Greek mythology, all these ancient societies have images of these creatures. How do these creatures get formed? Well, most theologians and most historians believe that the Nephilim, their appetite wasn't satisfied now with relations with just women. They started seeing the animals and started lusting after the animals. Just like our lust as humans. Naturally, men and women, we have relations. But now what is happening? Because of the lust and drawing the line, and now we're going past, now you have men having relations with men, women having relations with women. You have people, adults, having relations with children. We used to call them pedophiles, right? Now they call them this MAP, minor attracted person. That's what they're trying to bring across in society today. How many has heard of that? If you heard of MAP, say amen. That's going on in school. That's going on in the culture. Hey, that's not pedophile. That's MAP person. He can't control himself. You love who you love. That's the theology in the alphabet community, the LGBTQ plus community. The plus means they keep adding things to it. They don't want it ever to end, so they add that plus at the end. How do we get there? Because we drew the line, and our sin said, okay, we desire more. So now, culture, you can YouTube it, there's people out there fighting in Washington, D.C. to make this legal. To make this legal that a grown man, mostly, it's mostly men, but there's also women as well, says, I love who I love. Because that's the LGBTQ model, right? Love is love. Some of you are acting like you don't know this stuff. Y'all live it. Y'all see it every day out there. I love who I love. I can't control who I love. Right? That was the philosophy for men to be with men and women to be with women. I love who I love. So now what does it do? It drew the line. Now the next generation wants to push the line further. Okay, yes, you're right. Love is love. So now I love children. I'm a 40-year-old man, and I want to be with a 7-year-old girl. Love is love. I'm minor attracted. I'm not a pedophile. I'm a MAP. I'm a minor attracted person. I'm attracted to minors. I love who I love. That's what sin does. It keeps pushing the line. And if you allow it in your life, you draw a line, it will keep pushing it further and further. You got to say, like Joshua, that's why he drew the line of God. He says, right here, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. And we're all going to go in this line right here, and nothing is getting in here but the presence of God.